So taking a look at some of our standards, the net standards here, I decided to take a crack at standard 2 along with each one of those descriptors, the A, B, C, and D, and think about possible workshops. But I also wanted to be able to pull resources together, so for either standalone or as companions to the workshops that we'll create. So I did it in 2 ways. I thought what would make sense is to model potentially using iTunes U as a way to create self-paced courses. And so folks who come with iPads can enter some of these resources in this way. And then I'll also put the same resources together on just a fake Google site right now that we can transfer over to a Google site. So let me walk you through what that means. So I'm here in the iTunes U Course Manager Creator, and if I just come to the outline, you'll see that this is the standard, along with each one of these breaks down based on the descriptors, the A, B, C, or D. The one that I've built out is the personalized with technology, so I just wanted to show you what that ends up looking like. So I'll come and look at the posts. Again, this looks a little different from the manager side than it does when you're on an iPad, but it gives you the sense of how I'm trying to not just give folks a list of resources, but how to kind of put some context around them so they can step through them on their own. So the first question is, why would you be thinking about personalized learning? And it gives some links here, kind of walks you through what they might want to do with these resources. There's an implementation guide, and it gives them some instruction around how to maybe tackle those. An example with a video embedded for a student who's created a personal learning environment, and then a how-to, the research paper that breaks that down, and then other resources to tackle that. I'm going to click over here because I wanted to also put it somewhere where folks who don't have iPads or don't want to see it through that lens. So I just, again, grabbed this old Google site that I have. You can see it's the same thing. It's sort of organized with a little bit of context, and then the resources. The resources are linked, kind of telling them what they should do as they walk through this. So that's the idea for having both. Let me get back over here. We're trying to cover some of these standards and have some resources available to them. So what folks might do is they might just come on over to this and on their own time work through some of these resources and just skip around depending on what they want to do. There's nothing in this that they have to turn in any assignments first per se, but it might help them get a better context and then work with their resources on their own. The way that the workshops, I imagine seeing that is, this is personalizing learning through differentiation. I won't go through all of those resources. When people come to the workshop, they'll be able to link out to those. But I'll do something really specific, like how to use Symbaloo to create a personal learning environment like they might have seen in that video, or can then go off and see in that video as well. To be much more specific and hands-on in the workshop, diving deeply into tools that will help them get there.